Greetings, welcome to the Prime Directive. I'm your host, Jeffico, and my co-host as always, Chris. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
Star Trek Lower Decks, Season 5, Episode 6, what'd you think?
I think I'm a little down on this one.
Yeah, I get that.
I didn't love it.
I mean, there was no connective stuff other than Boimler's constant mention of his alternate universe self.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were just following Mariner 2.0 a lot.
Yeah.
Which, we finally got to a place where Mariner's not as...
obnoxious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I can stack crates without having to move.
That power surge requires investigation.
It's a work in progress.
I love to see someone work so hard at being lazy.
Kind of saw the mentoring aim at this, but not really the success of it.
I liked it at the start. We could see where they were going. We had Mariner and Ransom talking to each other, and he'd sort of mentored her and had some success. But I felt like, Olly was just messing up too hard.
Yeah.
It was cute when she was, breaking the anti-grav unit at the start or whatever. But by the time we had just escalated to an all-out race war and blowing holes in a lot of the ship, I was just like, yeah, that's too much.
The orbs and the cubes have been at war since their home nebulas collided over a century ago.
Watch where you're going, ball!
You wish you had curves like this, you pointy freak!
Brokering peace will require some complex diplomacy.
So there's the orbs.
Yeah.
And the cubes. And their energy life forms, and they're working on a treaty.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got a little mystery of an orb and a cube disappearing.
Yeah. It was fairly obvious where this was going.
Yeah. Yeah, bloody Capulets, I tell ya.
Mm-hmm.
Little Romeo and Juliet love affair there. We end up having Olly and Mariner get together and work on this little case.
Mm-hmm.
Where they find the crime scene, Chris.
Yes.
They think it's a murder. But it's not.
It's not.
It's much worse.
I wonder if they'd asked one of the cubes if they could have identified that.
They never brought Eddie in there.
No.
Scans say this is photonic residue.
You don't have to be Dixon Hill to see that some bad went down in here.
I'm sure there's a logical explanation for all of this.
Yeah. Logically, some nasty-ass orb murdered the cube.
They talk to one of the orbs, and Ollie's just full-on interrogating, and constantly being pulled back.
Yep. And again, way too much.
Yeah, it was over the top.
Chill.
There's gotta be some level of listening to your commanding officers.
Yeah, I don't know this character enough to be anything but annoyed by them.
Yeah.
When we're doing this, Mariner, we'd spend time with, and we see her in her downtime, and we see her being loyal to her friends and that kind of stuff. But this, Olly was just obnoxious and incompetent for pretty much the whole episode.
And it was playful at the end when she's in the brig and Mariner's constantly asking her questions, keeping her company, but there still wasn't this is a character that I'm going to like.
Don't act like we're friends. We are nothing alike. And guess what? I love the brig. This is my favorite place.
Yeah, you're right. We're totally different.
Another part of it is this is our last season with, our characters that we've come to know, and I want to spend more time with them.
I think that was another deciding thing when you're factoring leveling this episode is we have just a few left, and we kind of just wanted to tell a weird story here.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't really advance anything, except maybe Boimler's book club.
Boimler, yeah, I definitely liked the Boimler plot a lot more.
Yeah,
in this
the P plot was the better one.
Yeah. It was pretty funny how Rutherford and Tendi were both identifying the alt universe pad by the bezel's too thick and that kind of stuff. That was a good gag.
Yeah. They knew about the secret pad the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Boimler's trying to get in with Tawny because he wants his nickname of Flip.
Yeah.
I guess it's time for me to leave. Like this! Oh, medicine!
Nice going, f***o. You just hyper-sprayed yourself with untested anesthetic.
He overdoes it.
Mm-hmm.
He starts cursing at her crazy.
Yeah.
That didn't work.
And again, I know it's a joke, but that's also a little much of a reaction from Dawnn. Even if you are a crazy cat lady, you can't really do that.
Yeah. Well, that's the series, buddy.
I know. Yeah.
You're never gonna get your serious Star Trek series anymore. Not even Strange New Worlds.
I have no issues with Strange New Worlds.
Oh, come on. They're not serious. It's against regulations to break into song. It's against regulations. All of them should have been in a break.
No.
Glad I could help. I'm gonna go to my room and sleep for the rest of the mission. How long is it? 5 years?
No way, f***o. My book club's meeting tonight. You gotta swing by.
Really?
Just make sure to bring a pillow to sit on. Those cheeks are gonna be for days.
More of the Boimler stuff. He got his nickname. He gets to be Fucko.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Took a lightning bolt in the ass.
Yeah.
It's funny, like, the weird takeaway was for Sam and them was like, oh yeah, we need to be our alternate universe selves to move ahead and this and that. But, like, it wasn't until Boimler stopped being an idiot and just like, I'm here to help or whatever, that, like, he got hurt and then got taken care of and became friends with Tawny and got into the book club.
Like, the lesson he needs to take from Alt Boimler is getting himself out there more. And he doesn't have to do, copy it one for one. But, like, yeah, getting to know and getting close with the senior crew is going to help your career. You don't have to do exactly the same thing.
Staying true to yourself is wrong. You gotta copy someone better.
No, that's not the lesson to take from this.
Billups has a bi-weekly aquatic aerobics class.
No.
I gotta use that pad to get in.
We did have quite the shooting war between the orbs and the cubes.
Yeah.
I expected, like, they're right there in the briefing room and there's the windows and I'm like, it's just not going to cause enough damage to go through the window.
I did like when they assembled Voltron, like that did look really cool, the shapes that they made. I don't know what the piping was, like the old Windows screensaver.
I don't know.
Or something.
Once they did the giant cube, and then you started to see like the lines on it, and I was like, oh, it looks like a Borg cube that glows.
Well, it's kind of hard to have a giant cube in a Star Trek episode and not think Borg.
Yeah.
They could be turning into anything. Oh my gosh. You know what? It's just a bigger orb and a bigger cube. They're not creative at all.
Finally, the reveal of the two lovers and their little baby.
Yeah.
And a couple little baby jokes. Mm-hmm. And then that seemed to get everybody to get back to the peace tables.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Gonna call the treaty after the baby.
Mm-hmm.
You have been intimate with a cube?
Extremely. There's someone we'd like for you to meet.
Hey everybody, surprise, it's me!
This is our child, SquAaron.
This episode was kind of a miss for me. Like we said, there were some good parts in there. I think I'm a little more down on season 5 than I think a lot of the rest of the seasons as well. I feel like there have been a lot of episodes that were just kind of mid.
Yeah, I want to say, like, do you think that's because we're closing and we want more, or because they're just mid?
Yeah, like I don't know. I
think you thought Starbase 80 was mid, and I really liked that one.
Okay, I really liked the one with the Klingons.
That was a good one.
And I guess that one also was not spending a lot of time with our core crew, but I just thought it was executed really well. I thought that that was a great episode. But yeah, maybe I'm just clouded because I know it's ending. But
what you could do?
Could be worse.
Yeah. Well, as always, guys, thanks for watching. See you next week.